Today we have a little rant for you.
We're talking about fight scenes in Hollywood.
Oh, and you know how we love to talk about fight scenes in Hollywood.
It's kind of our whole job now.
Today we're going to show you 3 different fight scenes that we hate from modern Hollywood.
Then we're going to show 3 classic
Yes.
fight scenes that we like from classic Hollywood.
And then we're going to explain how they can do better. So here we go. I have never seen all of Game of Thrones. I watched the season 1 and season 2, and then I was like, I'm going to read the books. And then you know how that turned out.
Or it didn't turn out.
It didn't. So I've not seen, and every once in a while I have to go find clips, right? So yesterday I found, and everybody's already probably seen this before, but I hadn't. And I was horrified by how bad this is. Want to take a look?
Let's take a look.
Okay, so we got the fight between the Hound and the Mountain. What everybody's been waiting for the entire thing. And can you tell what's going on?
He went to draw his sword and he
Cut.
caught the sword at some point.
Cut, close-up cut. There is an attack. I can't tell what's going on. Why is it, it's all close-ups.
He hit the helmet, I guess.
He's just whacking on him, but like, wait, why is there a little, there we go, I fixed it. Yeah, it was just cuts.
The big reveal.
Yeah, that it's him, which we already kind of knew.
Finally draws his sword, smashes.
Smash, cut, smash, close-up of cut, the sword's hitting, cut.
Smash
When did
again.
he hit the
Wait,
side?
they were just binding.
I don't know what's going on.
Drew threw on the stomach.
We're getting more close-ups of the swords hitting stones, and then like, this could have been a cool fight. I don't know, I can't tell.
Grappling, but I can't tell.
And he stabs through the armor, of course, because you can just do that.
The sword was already bloody, but with that not hitting anything.
I don't know. He stabbed through the armor. What do you want? So how do you like that fight?
Well, I didn't really know what was going on. So he initially attacked and he grabs his sword and then doesn't draw it to grab the other guy's sword.
Look, I don't know exactly what happened. What I know happened was they decided to cut every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That might have been a cool fight. I don't think it was.
Well, the problem was they were also cutting behind the masonry
pillars
falling
and-
down, so we couldn't see them anyway.
Whose idea was it to cut like that? This is supposed to be the big fight between the Hound
The Clegane Bowl. People were
and
so
the
hyped
Mountain.
for this.
I don't know. Do people like this fight? Were people happy about this fight?
They
I would have
can't
been
be.
pissed.
I can't even see what's
You can't
happening.
see what's happening. It was terrible.
And he stabbed through the front and the back plate of his cherry ass.
Game of Thrones. So that's one example. You ready for the next example?
Yeah, okay.
All right, here we go. So here is the final fight from the Obi-Wan series between Vader, which we already have our problems with because of this shouldn't have happened as a fight. But let's look at this fight. Oh yeah, I love that shot. Really, really far away.
The wide shot.
Another
at least was
one from
kinda
above.
Cool.
I don't know where did it.
Okay,
and
the
then he
above one
rolls.
wasn't cool.
And then a cut,
cut.
really close. Can't see what's going on. Cut.
The problem
This
here
is
is
a
it's
good.
too shaky.
I think this fight is actually decent. Like I think I mean, it's obviously Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor work really hard on fights. And it looks like there's some cool stuff going on, but you can't tell because every other
Yeah.
shot is a shaky cam close-up.
So on the shaky cam close-ups, you can't tell.
No.
They have an amount of wider frames that you can kind of
It's
tell.
better.
And the choreo does look cool.
It looks
but,
cool.
But there's no, because I can't tell the in-between, you can't actually tell what's going on.
And that's the problem here. They've ruined. What is this? What is this?
I did like the first wide shot.
first
The other
wide shot
wide
was
shots
cool.
I didn't
The
like.
one from above, this actually this
Alright.
makes it look less cool. The one from above,
Yeah, the above shot looked weird,
yeah, I don't know.
but
There, you can obviously tell that they've got a bunch of pyrotechnics rigged up on the thing, so they keep trying to hit
Yeah.
him. Why has he got reverse?
again,
It doesn't make any sense.
the choreography almost looks interesting. I can't tell what's actually happening.
It really is a problem of something that was probably pretty decent choreography ruined by too many cuts because it's just awful.
Because the beginning part, they actually had some stuff that looked cool.
I
just
didn't mind the above drone shot that
Yeah.
one time, but then they had that one that was really too far away. And the whole fight basically turns into this. Now we have our own problems with this fight specifically because of like what it says about wider Star Wars universe, but that's besides the point. Like, yeah, it just.
You can't tell what's going on. It's too close.
So even when Hollywood does manage to put some choreography together that's pretty okay,
You couldn't actually see the choreography at all
just
because
cut.
it was too cut, close up, shaky cam, wide shot. Things. What is up with the wide shots and the things being in between you and the action?
they did that also in The Force Awakens. Why don't we over here? Why don't we take a look at it? It's not just the TV shows; they do the same thing here. Cut. And then you have a wide shot with
Wide
stuff
shot
in the
with
way.
stuff in the way.
That's kind. No, it isn't. Because the problem with it though is every time they cut to the wide shot, it just emphasizes how boring the choreography is. Because it's just like I will swing here, cut, Jeez.
We just got 2 seconds before it cut.
It wasn't 2 seconds, it was like a quarter of a second. They just keep cutting.
One thing that I didn't realize was so common was the wide shots with the environment being in the way of the actual action. I don't remember this being this common, but it's happened in all 3 of these fights.
I don't mind there being environmental things in the way partially. Like, I've done shots where the fight moves through an area where you have to pan behind something, but it only lasts for a moment.
Yeah.
To have it continue to be there, and then these super wide shots of the fight, I think that it makes the choreography like worse. Like when you pull back really, really far and you see how big and dumb and slow.
The first time they did it on the Anakin versus Obi-Wan, it looked cool because you could see like the lightsabers were lighting up the darkness and they cut back. But then they did it again.
Like immediately.
And then they did it again from above.
It's just bad. So basically, the problem with modern Hollywood, aside from the fact that they won't hire anybody who actually knows how to fight, is...
Even if they did have good choreography, you couldn't tell.
No, because they're so reliant on hyper close-ups, shaky cam, and cutting every point 2 seconds, I swear, that you can't follow the fight.
You just don't actually know what's going on. People are doing actions and other people are doing actions to those other people. You don't know who's doing what to who at any one time.
I can't imagine a sword fight with swords that are long where you have it in like this time. You can't see, all you see is the hilt and a little bit of the blade. It's useless. Okay, we've talked about how bad it is in Hollywood now.
Because you just can't see the choreography at all, but what about the golden age?
I mean, we all got into sword fighting for a reason, and it's because of movies like this. My all-time favorite lightsaber duel, Luke versus Vader, carbon freezing chamber. And I want you to understand, it's not about how flashy the moves are. Look at the emotion and stuff going on here. There's so much to this fight. And it's wide. You can see it happening.
There hasn't been a single cut.
Wow. One cut, and it made sense, right? Cut in the action. You still get so much more of the fight. It's building tension.
Yeah, it's way less flashy, but you can see what's going on, which builds the tension. And here, you can see what they're doing.
Silly spin move, but it worked. I don't care. It's fine. It looks so good comparatively. Obviously, they still have the environmental things they're aiming for, but look how much more of the screen you can see. You have a story that's going on. You can follow every strike that's happening. And when there is a cut, it's a cut on action. And the next frame emphasizes that action.
I just love the difference between this and the other scenes.
I know, right?
They all have the same elements, but you can
do.
actually see what's going on here.
This is why this is the best Star Wars ever made. It's just so good.
You can see them rolling down the stairs. You can see them hitting the environment. You can see them battling each other.
This is from the 1940s Mark of Zorro, and watch this choreography. This is Basil Rathbone and Tyrone Powers.
That looks so cool.
Doesn't it? And it's wide, and you can see everything that's happening.
There hasn't been a single cut.
No, there hasn't. And the interesting angle, like, it's so good.
That is so cool.
This is what we lost. This is what we lost.
This is so good.
We don't make movies like this anymore.
Because even sure, you can't, like, exactly tell exactly what they're doing, but that's how fighting normally goes. You just need to see the picture.
And this is very stagey. This is classic stage combat. This is not what a real fight would be like, but they're using real fencing techniques in a stage combat kind of way. And like, I mean, look at this.
It looks cool.
Look at this. It's so good.
Dad, you still have
environmental stuff.
The environmental things. We haven't had a wide shot with the things in the way yet.
No, well, I mean, they're also in a room. This is a set, so it can't be that big. But God, I love this fight so much.
This is good.
I don't think I can say much more other than, like, I mean, you know all the reasons why. Go watch this film. This is a good film.
The most obvious difference there was that you could just see what the actors themselves were doing. Sure, you couldn't follow each individual swing like they're trying to do in the new school of Hollywood, but I also agree that you don't need to, as long as you get the general picture.
I don't even think they're trying to, I disagree, because I don't think they're trying to let you follow every swing in the new school of Hollywood. I think that just choreography is lame and bad and slow, and they're trying to disguise that by having there be a cut every 3 seconds, and it's all close-ups, not a single close-up.
Yeah.
They have a close-up, and it's to emphasize when it gets cut. I didn't show you this, but like, it can be done. It's like this. These are also two talent. Basil Rathbone and Tyrone Powers were amazing fencers as well. And so like you could have this.
You could have this right now.
One more, and of course,
The Princess
Bride. The reason that we all started sword fighting. This film in Star
Wars. There's your wide shot, but you can see what's happening still.
Yes, but you can see that. Yeah, right. Yeah, it was a wide shot, and it didn't diminish the action. You could see what was happening. They kept it there long enough to follow it, and it was an interesting angle. I mean, look at this.
Again, you can see what's happening.
Anything Bob Anderson touches is gold.
It's so good.
Just so good.
Plus, it also makes them seem as masterful as they are because they're just bantering while doing all this awesome choreography.
Yeah, it's just amazing. I mean, this is what they used to do. They used to have these fights, and they would have the actors practice and practice and practice to get it right. And they didn't spoil it with terrible cuts. There are still talented stunt coordinators and fighters out there. There are still good fights being made, but most of them get ruined because of the stupid cuts.
So the biggest and most obvious difference here is just the changes between the wide shots that are a long cut, you can see what's happening, versus the close-up, shaking, and constantly cutting.
Yeah, and it's just the fact that even if a fight was good, they're ruining it. But a lot of people will say that it's not doable anymore, or that this is old, or whatever. And we have come a lot further. These films are beautiful and amazing, but we've come a lot further when it comes to our understanding of historical martial arts and the way these weapons have actually been used.
If anything, we can do this today, but possibly even better, because we come so far in unearthing what historically they did.
Well, you say we could, but I think that we both know that
we did!
Just to prove that this is possible still, with both lightsabers and swords, we're gonna toot our own horns a little bit. Hey, look, it's us!
Hey, look at those handsome devils.
Now, we don't have a Hollywood budget at all. This is just 2 people and a camera person on a beach, but you can see using old school Hollywood filming tactics and new modern fight choreography methods, this is what you can make. So one of the things we wanted to do here is we wanted to get the camera tight enough that it wasn't too wide, but also wide enough that you can see everything.
And you can see everything. This does look like the classic style where there's a lot of things happening, but you can still follow it broadly.
Yeah, and we try not to cut very often. We cut after every different exchange, but each exchange we tried to have the exchange in its full idea be done without a cut.
And here we still have kind of the unrealistic flashy things.
Oh, yeah.
Like the force or
flips,
grappling
stuff like that.
or getting thrown, flips around, but it still works.
It does work. And you can still do all of these things and still have an interesting fight without cutting every 2 seconds. In fact, I think this is way better than any of the modern Star Wars stuff, just simply because you let the actors do what they're doing and you don't cut every freaking second.
You can tell what's happening.
Yes, so I think it just works better. But you don't have to do this with giant stretches without cuts. You can still use cuts to accent action.
But you don't have to go crazy with it.
Here's an example. We filmed this fight with cuts between the phrases and without cuts between the phrases, and this is what it looked like with the cuts. You can see we're still cutting on the action.
But you can still actually see what's going on because the way the cuts are happening, they're going with the attacks.
And every single one of the cuts doesn't shoot to a different angle where it's hard to view what's going on. It's still like wide, it's just a different camera angle so you can see a different perspective on the fight. But even then we still have sections where there aren't cuts because I like that and it's cool.
It is super cool how it like goes following you out into the fight, following you back into the tunnel. I really like that shot.
This is a really fun one. Also, we couldn't find another, we kind of just did it in one take and it was good, so we kept it. So you can still use cuts in your fight. You just have to make sure they're at spots where the camera angle change actually adds, and it doesn't put you in a perspective where you can't see what's going on.
Like just staring at their face and their arms are flailing in and out of frame the whole time.
Every one of these cuts still is wide enough that you can see the full fight. So basically, what we're trying to say is...
Hollywood, you should hire us.
We'll fix your fight scene.
Or at least other people that know what they're doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that can do this, but I think that most people, when they watch a fight scene, they would like to see this more. I think most people would prefer to be able to see what the actors are doing and the action that's happening over shaky cam close-ups and just cut.
If you have to think to understand what's happening, you shouldn't have to think at all. You should be able to naturally intuit what's going on even with the cuts in because it makes sense in your brain.
Yeah, I mean, you should be able to follow the flow of a fight. When the cuts happen, it just breaks it up and it makes it unpleasant to watch. So tell us if you also think that Hollywood should do less cuts in their fight scenes.
Or let us know if you actually like the shaky cam, super close-up fate shots instead of being able to see what's happening.
Yeah, tell us if you think we're totally wrong. Well, we'll take comments, whatever it is, it's engagement. And let us know if you like this new format. We had fun with this. It was a cool way to look at some stuff and do some content. So, see you in the next one. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. It's a new thing for us. We're trying out some new stuff. Always trying to innovate here at Cell Sword Arts. So if you liked it, leave us a comment. And if you didn't like it, well, don't be mean. I'm very sensitive. Anyway, if you like what we're doing here, please consider supporting the channel for as low as $1 a month on Patreon. We also have YouTube memberships, and we'll see you on the next one.